I'm going to tell you a story about how personalization and emotion can beat tried and true tactics like discounts and price promotions without costing your business a single cent. Let's talk about a campaign from my Pandora year. This one's a tale as old as time, the post-holiday dip. We get a huge surge of listeners during the festive season, but they leave after New Year's, and engagement starts plummeting. Leadership busting in the room like, where did everyone go, guys? Give them a discount. Give them a free month of no ads. Those ideas were on the table, and they're not bad ideas. They're fine ideas. And in certain situations, things like discounts and price promotions can work really well, but they cost money, which in this situation, we did not have. And oftentimes, they drive users back in the moment, but they just leave again. So how do you get customers to take action, stick around, and connect with your brand? When we looked at who these customers were, what we found out was most of them were pretty much only active during seasonal moments. They weren't your daily listeners. They were moment-driven. So I wondered, can we create a moment to get them back? Now, mind you, it's like February when we all came to and realized what a shitstorm we had on our hands here. So my idea, given that time period, was let's look at spring break. More specifically, spring break decade stations. Why spring break? Because it's not just a time. Spring break is a feeling, the carefree days of youth, the hits that define that time period in your life, a huge opportunity to tap into nostalgia, which we marketers love. But how could we do it? I mean, your spring break might have sounded completely different than mine. You might have been listening to Garth Brooks on the way to the beach. I might have been listening to Lil Jon and the East Side Boys on the way to the casino. How could we create an experience that tapped into each listener's personal spring break memory vault, but also maintained our scale of millions of people? Here's what we did. We used listeners' birth years to estimate the years they were probably in college. Then we identified the popular genres of that time. We looked at old Billboard charts to see what songs were popping off in each one of those genres. Country, rap, rock, pop. What songs were you likely hearing at that time? And with that, we created a bunch of stations. Spring break, 90s country. Spring break, 2000s hip hop. The list goes on. And those stations were playing songs from that specific moment in time, your spring break. This wasn't just shaping up to be another playlist. This was shaping up to be a time machine. So we needed to make sure everything felt this way. The creative, the copy, messaging such as, do you remember where you were during the spring break of 2005? Here's a playlist that's sure to jog your memory. We use performance-driven channels such as email and push to distribute the campaign. Why? Because those were the channels that drove growth, and we could personalize them. We could personalize the copy and the station that we gave you, and the time that we sent it to you. We could look at when you listen and infer that might be your leisure time or the time you might be likely to try a new station. Classic growth marketing. So with all the data mapped to each customer, ready to go, we blasted that thing out. And what happened? For the first time in company history, we exceeded 30 million listeners in a day. It was the largest single day of listening in Pandora's history. The campaign exceeded Christmas Day listening, which up until that point was the #1 day every year. It reactivated a massive amount of seasonal listeners and actually got them to stick around. We didn't have to dip into our wallet for things like price promotions. Because we gave you something personalized and of value, we saw these customers actually came back, then they stayed for longer than any reactivation campaign to date. So why did it work? It was user-centric. We used things we knew about you, and we worked backwards from those to make you something you'd like. It had an emotional connection, tapped into nostalgia at a personalized level to give you a reason to come back. You. Oh, and the music was good. Those stations were f***ing awesome. This campaign showed the power of combining data with performance marketing and emotional storytelling. We didn't just hack our way into growth, We tapped into your memory. We took what was a seasonal slump and turned it into a record-breaking day of listening. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. It's the only thing I'll ever ask of you.